Hello! What I have tonight is the MT5 Mul-T-Lock 5 that I picked on my last video. I picked it again and gutted it for you. Show you what's in it. Let's talk about it a little bit. The MT5 is up here. The Mul-T-Lock Interactive is right here. I went ahead and gutted my Interactive so we can see some of the differences in the two. Let's start with the Mul-T-Lock 5. The MT5 is up here. A few differences I noticed. The pins are a lot smaller in diameter on the MT5. If we just grab one of these pins here. The diameter of the pin, MT5, we got about 125. Okay, we'll drop that back in the tray. We pick up a Mul-T-Lock Interactive, and we have, we're going to call it 160. So quite a big difference there. If I drop one of these MT5 pins into the Interactive plug, you can see it's got a lot of room. So quite a big size difference. Try to not lose any parts here. Okay, second is the interactive portion, I guess. The Mul-T-Lock Interactive, as most of you already know, you have the interactive element right there, that little circle. And it's more for key control than it is for picking. Picking, it really doesn't cause any problems. It's that little disc right there. It gets lifted up from inside the plug. There's a little spring-loaded pin that lifts that pin up above the height of the key. If I could hit it. Come on, man. There we go. Pushing it the wrong way. Focus. There we go. Now you can see it sticking up above the key. Okay, so there's a little pin inside the plug. If I could. Okay, you see it sticking up right there between the second and third hole. That is the interactive piece, spring-loaded, and that pushes the interactive element up, which lifts the pin to the shear line. And the new one, the MT5, what we have is what they're calling an alpha spring. It's this little piece in the back. You can see my finger pushing it up. The bottom of the keyway pushes that spring up, effectively doing the same thing. They just move positions for key control and patent. So that extends their patent for, I don't know, I forget, till 2025 or something like that. So that's it. It makes no difference whatsoever in picking it. It's a very, very easy pin to pick and easy to find. There's what it looks like. The little round part right there, that's what's in the keyway. The rest of it is not in the keyway at all. So you got to hit that little tiny pin. But it's very easy because you can see the spot, the chamber here, the very last one. I'll go ahead and drop the pin in. There it's in, and if we look at it from the back, I don't know if I can let you see that or not. You can see it barely hanging down right there in the back. get some more. Yeah, there's a good shot of it. Just barely hanging down there. And what makes it so easy is all you have to do when the pins are in here is take your picking straight up along the line of the pins. See, I'm coming right up on them, and then it's going to hit that pin right there. It's right in line. So what I do is stick my pick in, just run it right along the pins, and you'll feel a little indentation, and just push it up and set it. And that's all there is to it. Like I said, it makes no difference whatsoever in picking. Super easy, no security pin there, no nothing. We already talked about the pins being smaller. There's the pins that are in it, inner pin and outer pin. Some of the inner pins are out, but there's the driver for the alpha pin spring combo, the interactive element. So nothing to it there. One other thing I found that I like, excuse me, is the MT5 countermilling in the chambers. Now at first I didn't think it was countermilling. It doesn't really look like it, but it's not a real deep ASSA type countermilling. But as you see, all the key pins, or all the drivers are lipped. You see that little lip spool right there. What it does is it will actually catch. Let me turn it sideways here. See, we're in the you put a little pressure on it and it grabs real hard inside there. Let me get that one sprung down a little better. Yeah, see there, it's in the countermilling. I can't pull it up. You can see the pin moving up and down, the inner pin. As I lift and lower the outer pin, it's stuck in that false. So the countermilling catches on it. Like I said, I had to pick this one again to get it apart, and I got stuck in a really deep false, and it felt like all the pins were set. And I had one of those inner pins trapped in that countermilling, and I let off tension just a little bit and got it lifted up. But okay, so we talked about the countermilling. We've got two anti-drill pins in the MT5, both sides, and there's also a ball bearing that goes in that hole right there for anti-drill on this side right here. And let me see, the plug has a couple pins, anti-drill pins in the top, so it's got some decent drill protection. This one here has the sidebar slot in the bottom, even though it's only an MT5 and not a 5 Plus. The 5 Plus has a sidebar. It still has the slot for the sidebar, so that was probably just a cheaper way for them to go when they were manufacturing. Just put that groove in all of them, so it's there. So that one's got that. And we talked about the alpha spring. I think that's it. I said not bad to pick. Just got to watch out for that countermilling in the plug. Alpha pin on the Mul-T-Lock website, it says the alpha pin creates a second shear line, which it doesn't create a second shear line. It just is another pin to pick, and another easy pin to pick, like I said before. So not too bad to pick, pretty much just like the interactive. I'm still trying to get a hold of an MT5 Plus that I can only find them on eBay for like $90. So if somebody out there has one they'd like to sell or wouldn't mind sending to me for a while to try out, send me a message. And I think that's it. Hopefully this will help somebody get past one. I said you got to get that real big false set on this one like you do with the interactives, but it's just a little harder to work through because of the countermilling in the plug. So give you a quick shot of the pins again. And the plug. Look at the plug too. And there's a little, you can see up there, the sixth chamber there is for the alpha. If we spin around here, you can see there's a little groove right there. And you can see what I mean when you're putting your pick back. Just rub against all 5 of the side pins, and as soon as you get back there, you'll feel that little groove where the pin sits. And it's just easy, pops right into place, and you get a real loud click when it sets. So that's it. The MT5 from the other night, gutted. A little comparison with the Mul-T-Lock Interactive. And thank you all for watching.